Welcome back. It's nearly all up, it's nearly watertight, so let's get straight to it and jump right in. So that's the foot welded on. Okay, so update time. This is where we're at. Now I've started moving a couple of things into here just because I benefit from them being out of the way. Back of this one we've put a support brace across there and one there as well, just for the top. Just a couple of offcuts, felt that it would benefit from it, and I've put a gusset one in here. Fits nicely around that. I've put that gusset one in there as well. Nice little remembrance addition. So what I've done here is I've actually screwed these 45 by 45 timbers on top of the 45 box, and the reason why I've done that is when I put the roof panels on, that part now is actually higher than this part because I've put the timbers on the front, if you can see that, instead of on the top, and it just gives me a bit of a drop as a runoff for the water now, so the water won't sit on the top. So originally I was making this for the plastic sheeting that you get on top of the conservatory roofs, a 10mm plastic transparent sheet, and I was just going to do it flat. I was just going to have a flat roof, but I managed to get hold of these boards, so I decided to do it a different way, which means that I need a bit of a drop. This part here is all now done. I'm just going to keep adding to it as I go. So yeah, one on these guys is these asbestos roof panels. I can't believe how lucky I landed. The guy pretty much was dying to get rid of them and he gave them me, so I haven't even had to pay for them. Okay, so what I'm going to make here is, when I made this I wanted the gap to be as wide as the garage, not the garage door, but I knew that would create a big long length of steel which potentially would bow in the middle. It is going to bow in the middle, I think, with the weight of these new roof panels. I was just joking about asbestos. That isn't asbestos really, that's just winding you up. That's the concrete made mixtured boards that they use on these kind of prefab buildings. What I'm going to do is I am going to fabricate some doors probably in the next video which have got windable feet on, because that was always my plan, to strengthen this opening but make it usable if I need it. I'm going to make some doors that potentially can wind up and then become a bit more of a load bearing feature. So for now we're going to have a centre acro, if you like. It's going to be like a centre support. So here's a visual representation of what I mean with the steelwork outside. The bricks and these small bits of wood represent the steels that I've erected either side, and then this flat bit of bar represents the pitch or the actual span of roof steel that's between either side of the posts. This represents the weight of the roof. If you see this now, if I put that on there, can you see the bow? And effectively, because of the weight, because of the span of this, it's allowing that bow in the middle. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to erect 2 more steels, narrower, so further in, so it narrows this length of unsupported steel, and then in turn should hardly bow at all. The closer you bring them together, the better it will be. This is a bit of a rough model, bear with me, but this represents the garage door width, which I think is about 8.5 foot, so I can't come in any further because I wouldn't be able to open the door. This represents 12 foot, maybe 12.5 foot, so hopefully this has helped you, if you couldn't really grasp what I meant, get more of an understanding of what I'm aiming to achieve. So first one's up, screwed in, there and there, and then up here I've run a bead of sealer around there, just to try and stop any water coming through on this front face. Update time, this is how it's looking now. I've put the sheeting up to temporary. I've got 1 more roof panel to fit up there, which will bring it the whole roof to around here kind of area. Then I'll just make a small return, and then that whole length then is boxed in and watertight. It's really helped me gain a lot more space. It's kind of just a dumping ground for now, but this was kind of its purpose, to get stuff out the shop. There's the steels. So that's that secondary steel that I've put up. It has rained quite bad since I fitted this roof, and no water's come down this side, which I'm really happy with. Now in here, it's just opened up this space and freed up a bit of area for me. So that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching. We're going to move on to the next garage build. Is going to probably be the doors on the front, the load bearing doors that I mentioned in the last one. Hopefully we'll move on to them. In the meantime, we're going to move on to some little bespoke projects. That's just a little chopping board I'm making for the kitchen, and I've got a big dining room table to make here before Christmas. So we're going to move on in December to some more bespoke kind of like projects and stuff, and start doing some fab work. So look forward to that. Hit that bell so you don't miss, or you get notified of any uploads I do. Thanks for the support. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.